Hello everyone. My hair looks a little weird, but I don't care. So here's how it goes. New mod today. Sorry, I know I haven't showed you guys anything in a while, but just been working on stuff. Got the Gatling Vulcan back online, which is over there. It's red. Right there. Hello. And that's for sale. But that gets its own video because it's really special, and I'll go over that later. And it's not that I want to sell it, it's that I could use the money right now because, just because I'm trying to move from my room into the guest room because it's a lot bigger, and I need some money to buy materials to strip the wallpaper and hire some people to come move furniture around because I'm not strong enough. So, anyway, and yes, my parents are going to help, but that's a whole different subject. I just need some money to move things around. I've got another raider for you today. Before I show it to you, the mod's done. I did a whole lot of tweaking on this one. There was a lot of reinforcement, and I'll explain it. I'll explain the mods after I show you what it looks like. Extreme Jumpy posted a really nicely painted raider up on Nerf Haven, like 2 weeks ago now, week and a half, 2 weeks ago, ish, and it just looked amazing. So I painted mine. I had just gotten this when I'd seen it, so I painted mine the same way except in red instead of yellow. Although I wish I had yellow because it looked great. It was like this darkish yellow. It was like worn themed. It was really cool looking. So this paint job was based off his. So here you go. It's extremely cleanly done. I spent more time than I should have on it, but that's not a problem. And it is shiny at the moment, but I am going to take away the shine after I finish up the scarring details, because obviously something that's supposed to look worn would not be shiny. Doesn't really work like that. But it looks pretty cool, even though it is shiny for the moment. I put a ton of care and time into this. There's a machine called a sandblaster, which is this. It's a really nice machine. And what it does is you plug it into an air compressor, and there's an air nozzle inside it with a trigger on it. And there's this glass bead material. It's not actually sand, it's glass beads in the bottom of it. And it sucks in air. When you pull the trigger, it sucks in air and these glass beads, and it propels them at whatever you're holding it against inside. Those two holes in the front are glove hands, like really big gloves that you put your hands into so you work inside it. So it's pretty cool, and I sandblasted this instead of regularly sanding it, and that worked phenomenally. I've been doing that a lot lately. Like, Mer's contract is almost done. I sandblasted that, and the paint just doesn't come off. Just doesn't go anywhere. It's awesome. It takes the shine off without denting the shell too much, and it's really fast compared to regular sanding. It's about an hour in the sandblaster, or about 4 hours by hand. So I'll take the sandblaster any day of the week, and it does a better job. And it's a whole lot easier. I don't really care how long things take, as long as it's easy. I don't care. I can just sit there and do this for an hour. It's a lot easier than this. So, yeah. Sandblasters are cool. And my dad picked that up at Harbor Freight a couple years back. So he's letting me use it. Pretty much lets me use all his stuff as long as I return it. So that's cool. And we have an air compressor upstairs. So it's almost even scratch proof, actually. There's it's crazy. It's pretty cool. And alright, so for modifications, the button back here was really heavily lubed because after the paint came on, it was kind of squeaky. so I lubed it so it goes in pretty nicely. The trigger has a new spring in it because it was a little too, like sometimes it wouldn't come all the way forward. The catch, I felt so stupid when I realized what the problem was. I created a power stock for it, which is this stock actually breaks in half here if you pull hard enough. And I realized that because there was, if you look in the back, a stopper, and Hasbro wouldn't just put a stopper there without it being one piece because it's too much work, and it's really easy to do in two pieces. So I thought this isn't one piece, and I was correct. So I went around the seam up here with a X-Acto knife till I got the seal off, and then I just pulled and it came apart really easy. I dremeled out the back portion and took 3/4 PVC. I don't have any on me at the moment, but wrapped that in some electrical tape, and that fits really well in the back. And I hot glued a night finder spring in it, which fits really well in the 3/4 PVC, which is why I used it. So the night finder spring goes back about this far and comes up to this far. So normally it stops about here, but I managed to expand it to about there, which was the reason of rebuilding the stock. Then I just glued it back together, glued a PVC support back here so it doesn't go in anymore, and I super glued it there so I took the catch off. So it wasn't catching, and no wonder. I never put a stronger catch in it. So I was just frustrated at it because it like wasn't catching, and I was being retarded and was like, why isn't this catching? This is retarded. And then I put a bigger, stronger catch spring in it, and I was like, oh, okay, that's why. So in order to do that though, the metal rod, my friend Joe left his fiberglass sheeting here, and I asked him and he said I could use it as long as I get him a new sheet. I don't know where it is right now, but fiberglass is great. It's like, it's not exactly plastic, it's like super strong plastic. Here it is. This is fiberglass, and then you peel this off and it's clear. So fiberglass is great. It's really, really strong. What I did was I cut out this corner.
It's 6 o'clock.
Thank you, Sam. I cut out this corner and then I shaved it up a bit with a sanding bit from the Dremel, and that I got it to fit really, really snugly within one of the two bends in the front priming bar, and I zap-gapped that in. Zap-gap is incredibly strong super glue, but I felt that wasn't enough, so I cut out a second sheeting and put it behind it, zap-gapped that on to the first sheeting and the two supports in the bar, and then I put hot glue over that just to keep it in place while it dried. So then I let it dry. Well, I did that at like midnight a couple days ago, so I wasn't going to install it before because I had school the next day and I wanted to get some sleep. So yeah, I don't get much sleep, but that's alright. So the next day I popped that in there and it works great. It's also, I have padding on the piece that pushes this plunger back, has a rubber washer padding on it, and I have yet to put padding in the plunger itself, but it will be there eventually. With funny thing about ranges, with stock streamlines it gets about 45 feet, but I don't think I have one on me at the moment. There was Shopalapa, I think, or Flash Flint, one of them on the forums, showed us how to cut a dart at the tip and then fill it with hot glue. So I've been doing that, and with those it hits 60 feet consistently, and like it's accurate. There's something about the new streamlines, they're like a lot lighter than the old ones, which isn't good once you put so much weight behind the plunger, which is what the new spring does. But so to achieve much better ranges with the modified streamlines. So here you go. I know everyone wants to see it fire. I have a clear fire lane. So, the clip I also painted, but I'm not done with it yet. I'm going to be putting designs on it. Ready? I'm just going to do single fire first. So this is with unmodified streamlines. Now, I don't like slam firing it too much because it can shred darts. So, yeah, don't know if you can see that, but I will rapid fire it a little bit. As long as it's not too fast, it typically doesn't shred darts. But honestly, with 35 shots, you don't really need to slam fire. Also, some of those are hitting the aluminum sheeting back there. That's why it's making a funny noise. So the difference between that and... oh, well, I missed that. So I'm not breaking anything. It's just an aluminum sheet back there. There. So yeah. Raiders are cool. I like Raiders. 60 feet with modified streamlines. And that's totally flat. Nightfinder springs are actually really, really strong in Raiders. So, yeah, that's a cool gun. I actually do like using it without the stock a little more, though. Because, yeah, it doesn't get as good ranges. It gets about 45 with modified streamlines and about 40 with regular streamlines. Without the stock, but it's just like, I don't know, it's a little comfier, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it. It's not as well balanced, but it feels really nice. So yeah, it's pretty cool. For anyone, this is not for sale, but for anyone interested in a Raider from me, I could replicate it or give it a different paint job, whatever, for a price. So message me about a Raider contract if you're interested. As I said, I love this thing. This one is my personal one. And eventually I'll be getting a pegboard as soon as we clean out some of the crap down here. And be hanging all my stuff. So this is my zombie gun. That's why I feel okay to sell a Gatling Vulcan. So yeah, Vulcan video should be next. See you guys. Thanks for watching.